Hey witches, Tiffany here on Bewitching.Bemused. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I came up with the idea for a challenge, which we are going to call the Backyard Magic Challenge. I think we often get too caught up in following specific spells that other people have created or following correspondences for items that we've heard about, we learned elsewhere, we've used them, and they work, and that's wonderful. But that leads us to often using things that we have to buy from a store or that we have to have shipped to us. We order online, we import it from somewhere else. All the time I see comments on my spell videos asking for alternatives because this ingredient is not sold in their country. Now, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but I did want to give people an opportunity by creating this challenge to get in touch with the nature, the land, and the magical offerings that are in their immediate vicinity. Giving people opportunity and inspiration to go and harvest ingredients while on a hike, as opposed to at their local metaphysical store or on Amazon. Of course, as always, follow your local laws when it comes to harvesting. So take to your preferred social media platform, whatever that may be, share the hashtag backyardmagicchallenge. If you want to tag me or link to my YouTube channel, that would be greatly appreciated, but it's not a requirement. And then share the 4 following things. Number 1, share your region or country, whatever your item that you're choosing and sharing is native to. Number 2, share an item that is native to that area, whether that's animal, plant, mineral, I don't know, get creative with it, have fun. Maybe even a type of water, I don't know. Number 3, share its correspondences, preferably with a little background info of why it has those correspondences, but overall just its magical intentions and uses. And then number 4 kind of goes with number 3, but tell us how you would incorporate it into practice. So here's mine. I am in Northern California, more specifically the San Francisco Bay Area. I like to share with you guys the coastal redwood tree, which is native to Northern California up through the coast of Oregon. Coast redwood trees are not only the tallest trees on the planet, but they're also the tallest living thing on the planet. The current oldest one is over 2,000 years old, but it is estimated that they probably live for over 3,000 years. Part of the reason that they live so long is because they're naturally resistant to fungi, insects, disease, and even fire. This is partly due to their extremely thick bark. They're also really slow to burn. This is the only region that they're indigenous to, so it makes them pretty rare. Their roots only grow about 12 feet deep, which is kind of surprising because of how tall they are, but for stability, they actually spread their roots outward and then intertwine them with the roots of other coastal redwood trees. Indigenous peoples to this region viewed them as living, sacred beings and guardians. Redwood lumber was used to build housing as well as canoes. There was also mythology surrounding the safety of a canoe built out of redwood wood. The wood and the other parts of the trees were also used to make baskets, tools, and decorative figurines. The magical intentions and correspondences for the coastal redwood are strength, longevity, wisdom, growth, resiliency, protection, and community, especially when it comes to community support. Now, in using this in your magical practice, obviously you can incorporate this directly into spells. Don't quote me on this because I'm not an expert on making incense, but I do believe you make incense with resin or sap from trees. And the coastal redwood doesn't really make that much resin unless it's damaged. So while I've seen incense that is scented like redwoods, I don't think it's actual redwood resin. I wouldn't say discard this incense idea entirely, because if that scent alone can kind of pull you to the area and make you visualize being in a redwood forest when you're trying to pull that kind of energy, then by all means still use it. Just know that unfortunately you're not using, as far as I know, you're not using authentic redwood resin when you're burning that. I would definitely say that still counts for incorporating redwood. If you're drawing a sigil or writing out a petition, you can actually buy pencils that are made out of redwood. Then for spell work or just for altar decor, inspiration, having that energy kind of alive in your space, you can use items made out of redwood, such as goblets, a wand, offering plate, candle holder, incense burner, etc. And of course, imagery works the same way, whether it is a picture that you printed out online, a drawing, a carving, a painting, even like a little tree figurine. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys participate. Remember, post it on any kind of social media that you feel like. Don't feel limited to YouTube, especially if you're not a big video person. I completely understand. Maybe you're a podcaster, or maybe you prefer to do it through images on Instagram Instagram. Totally up to you. Tag me if you can, especially because I would love to see what you guys come up with and who participates. And if you're ever in the area, whether you live here or you're just visiting, you're traveling, make sure to visit a redwood forest. They are absolutely gorgeous. And if you go to like a national park or something, you can always swing by the gift shop and get a couple things for your altar. That's it for now. I'll see you all next time.